Hi everyone, welcome to the first lesson of your AS year with me, and this one is on the flipped learning method that we're going to use this year in class, and we're going to go through exactly what is involved. So, we're going to look at, in this video, what's actually involved in the flipped classroom, what the lessons are going to look like. It's going to be a bit different to what you're used to. We're going to look at what the benefits are of the approach, very important. And finally, we're going to look at how we are going to implement it. So there's stuff involved that I do and also stuff that you're doing as well. So first of all, what is flipped? Flipped classroom is just flipping it on its head. So everything that you traditionally do inside a classroom, you're now going to do at home outside of classroom, and vice versa. So where normally you would see me standing at the front of a classroom doing a lecture in front of a whiteboard and everyone just sitting there attentive, hopefully anyway, making notes, that's going to change slightly. Okay, instead the lecture part is actually going to be done at home on a video, basically what you're doing right now. So that leaves the classroom activity doing activities that you would normally do at home, such as homework, etc. I'm sure you've found homework in the past. You get your homework at the end of a lesson, you go home, probably do it the night before it's due in, and you forget about everything that you've actually learned in the lesson, and that's really important, and it's reinforcing the learning. Okay. The other thing is, basically, you can use your notes to answer the homework, so that's not actually telling me that you understand what you've been taught, that you understand what's going on. It's basically you can regurgitate your notes. And also, I'm sure you've all been in a position where you have had a question to ask during homework. You don't understand the question, you don't understand where to go, what to do, you need help, and you've got nowhere to turn to for that help. Well, by having everything like that in the classroom, then we can actually help you. You can understand a lot more, you can work with people who you're working with as well as me. So basically that's what the flipped class looks like. But I'm sure you're asking the question, well, why are we bothering with this? Okay, well, a lot of research has been done into this, and it's becoming more popular. There's a lot of people who don't like this method, but I did trial it last year, and the kids I tried it with really enjoyed it, and another member of staff tried it in psychology a few times, and that really worked. And it's something I really want to develop, and I quite like the idea of it, basically because I think it's a better use of our time together. Instead of me standing up for 30 minutes of a 2-hour lesson talking at you with information, we're going to be working together. I'm sure you've been in a classroom before, and I know this from experiences of being both a student and a teacher. Now, if you're writing notes, basically you're writing what's on this PowerPoint here. You're not listening to me standing there and moving around and what I'm saying and expanding on these points like I am now. You're actually concentrating in a classroom like that, and you know, oh my God, he's going to turn that over any second now, so I need to make sure I get everything wrote down. But what is all of this? This is no use to you if you don't have the materials to go with it, the information to go with it. It's just a load of words. You could print them off the internet if you want to after the lesson, so what is the point? So I think it's a better use of our time together if you do the lecture part at home and the homework part, the activities, the reinforcing of that learning in the classroom. I'm going to be able to focus the learning around your needs. Okay, we're going to do that in a variety of methods, one of which is called Google Forms, which I'll talk about in the next PowerPoint. But basically, it means that if you are struggling in a certain area based on what you've watched at home, you can inform me in advance of the lesson, and I can give you specific work around what you need to work on. I'm sure you've all been in a classroom as well before where Joe Bloggs just doesn't get something, and you're just sitting there saying, oh my God, Joe, I understand this, why can't you understand it? And also you're just sitting there thinking, well, what's the point in doing this, because I've already done it, I know how to do it, we're just going over stuff that I know and I don't want to do anymore. Well, this means that Joe Bloggs can sit over in the corner here on his own, or with some other people, hopefully, and then you're over here with other people working on other things, more advanced perhaps, or less advanced, based around what your needs are and what you've learned from that lesson. Final thing, and this is really important, and this is something that all teachers are going to do in A-levels this year, is develop the skills that you need, okay, for A-levels in university. This isn't about write down off the board, go to the exam, get your grades, brilliant, okay? This is about developing your skills. We want you to be a better student. We want you to go to university or into employment and say, you know what, these students coming from Gateshead College have got excellent skills. I'm actually doing a Masters in History at the moment at Northumbria Uni, and my supervisor teaches undergraduate, which is normal degree level. He's saying that students are turning up at university, they don't know how to make notes, they don't know how to organise their time, they don't know how to do research on the internet, things like this. So we're helping you develop these skills that are going to set you up to be a much better student in the future, and also do really well in A-levels. So how's it going to be done? Right. 2 roles, my role and your role. My role is to produce, and that is to organise all of these videos, etc. Make sure you get them in time to prepare for the next lesson. I'm then going to also assess what you're doing, okay? I'm going to assess that you understand it, I'm going to assess that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and assess that you are tracking along at a certain level, getting better as well, making sure you're actually exceeding your targets along the way. I'm also going to assist in whatever way I can. Assist you, remember. This isn't me telling you what to do. This is about me assisting you and hopefully develop your skills. I'm here to develop you. Get better so that you turn up to the exam. Not only are you able to answer the exam questions perfectly, but you're there and you feel confident when you turn up to the exam. Okay, so they're my roles, okay? It's the hardest of the 2 roles, I think, because I've got to produce these videos. I've also got to talk, like I am now. And I've also got to make sure that I assess those videos in time for the next lesson. Okay, because you're going to turn up to the lesson, you're going to expect me to have assessed what you've done and have work ready for you. That leads me on to what your role is, and you've already really started this and you're practicing it right now because you actually accessed and you're watching the video. Okay, what I'm not asking you to do on this video is anything else. Just watch it, understand it, appreciate what we're going to be doing, sign up to it as well, you know, sign up, make sure that you're willing to do it, and without your willingness to do it then this isn't going to work. But that goes for anything within the A-levels. Your willingness not to do the work is going to be the greatest inhibitor. So you're going to access them from the blog, and you're going to watch them. You're going to watch these videos as many times as you like. You can pause them, you can rewind them, you can go back to them as much as you want. You can watch them on your mobiles, iPod Touch, your laptops, whatever. Okay? If you don't have internet access at home, then we've got plenty of computers in the library, and we also have free Wi-Fi, and you're going to be able to access them via that. So you're going to have plenty of time to do it. You are going to review. You're going to review the work we've done, and I'm going to show you how to do that in the other video, okay, part 2 of this. There's a notes taking method, which I'm going to get you to use, and I want everyone to really get involved in doing this. And if you've got another way of using notes, and speak to me about it, and we'll see how it works. But the method that I'm going to use has been tried and tested by people higher up in the world than me, but it works really well. You're going to develop the work, you're going to find out further information, because it's not just going to be a video to watch. There may be journal articles to read, TV programmes to watch, newspaper articles to get, collaborative learning with your fellow students. There might be updating of the blogs, updating of websites, and there could be all sorts of things to do. So we're going to develop that. Final thing that you're going to do is you are going to submit, and this is what I'm talking about with Google Forms. So once you finish reading the video and all the subsequent articles that are related to that video, you're going to go onto the Google Forms link that will be on the blog, and you're going to complete some questions. So some of the questions will just be nice, easy, couple of sentence answers, okay, just to test that you've actually watched it and what your thoughts are on it, okay. This isn't about, what colour was John's shoes in the video. This is about what do you feel, what did you think when you watched this, what could it be, who, what, where, why, when, all of those questions. You are then also going to get the opportunity to submit to me what your feelings are in terms of your learning of the subject. So did you understand it fully? Is there anything that you were unsure of that you would like to go over in further detail? Is there anything that you want to, out of interest, progress even further? Things like that. So it informs me about what you are wanting to do for the next lesson, and this is really important. Now, the other important thing when it comes to this is, let's say for instance your lesson is on a Tuesday afternoon. The blog with the videos, etc. will be ready either Tuesday evening or Wednesday lunchtime. Okay? You're going to have to access this, watch it, do it by, say, the Friday lunchtime, 12 p.m. Okay? Because this then gives me time, Friday afternoon, all day Monday, to get the work together, get the tasks together, activities, the groups together, etc., etc., so that you're able to come in on Tuesday afternoon, really crack on and do well with the topic. So you signing up to actually completing this work, and that means the form being submitted in time, is very, very important. Okay, that's just about it for this first slide. Things that you need to know, that you need to do. Okay, if you already accessed this video via the blog, then don't worry about it. But if it was sent to you by email, etc., and I haven't set it up yet, this is the blog you need to go to. In the top right hand corner of the blog, or maybe it's just on the right hand side of the blog, is a sign up page. You need to go to that and sign up with your email address. Reason for that is it will inform you when I update it. So rather than keep checking every time, every half hour, every half day, or whatever it is, it will just email you to let you know that this has been updated. Twitter, very important. Not so that I can look at your accounts or anything like that. I certainly won't be doing any of that kind of thing. I'm sure that you aren't that interested in that I need to do it anyway. But I like to communicate with students via Twitter. It's a quick, easy way of doing it. And this is the Twitter account that we have. The handle is GC Sociology. Log in, follow that. If you're uncomfortable about logging in with your own account, then speak to your parents or whoever else, and if you want to use their account, then that's fine. Or if you want to just set up your own, such as GC John Sock, could be John's Sociology one, or anything you like, and then you can follow that. These hashtags down here are what we'll be using throughout the year to indicate work that maybe I've found on the internet, or you have found as well, that is to do with, say, family and households, or for education. So every time I find something on BBC News, on The Guardian, or Huffington Post, or whatever it is, that I think, that's really relevant to my students, that could do with looking into that. And maybe it's not something I want you to do as part of the lesson, but I think it's interesting for you to look at. I will hashtag GC Family against that, and then you can see that. If you download things such as Hootsuite or TweetDeck, apps like that, which are all free, then you can save these hashtags, and every time they're added to, they're automatically added into like a timeline. So instead of scrolling through your full timeline, you can actually just go straight to that hashtag GC Family, and everything that's on there is there. Final thing you need to do is set up a Google account and understand how to use Google Docs. Google Docs is an excellent thing, and it's something that I'm really pushing to use at the college. Hopefully it's going to be set up so that I and all of the students can set to use that. You will have a Gmail account set up for you, but I don't think you can access Google Docs through it. Try it, might work, might not. If it doesn't, set your own Google account up, and then we will take it from there basically. But yeah, have a look at Google account, understand Google Docs, it's brilliant things. Hope I haven't bored you too much with this video. Like I say, it's the first of many videos that we're going to be having. Have a look at the other one, part 2 of the flip process. You need to know that, and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.